Hello there, my friend. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. The Champions League 2021 quarterfinals are done and dusted, and we already know the clubs that are going to the next stage. Chelsea and PSG were the first clubs to qualify on Tuesday, and on Wednesday it was Real Madrid and Man City to qualify. So we have the four best clubs in the world right now, which are Chelsea Football Club, Real Madrid, Man City, and PSG. Let's start by talking about Liverpool. They are going to walk alone this time. The miracle of Istanbul is not going to happen. The remontada is not going to happen. Real Madrid were too strong and a different animal compared to the Barcelona few years ago when Liverpool did that miracle. So it's not gonna happen, and Liverpool are going to walk alone. Yeah, tears everywhere. They are crying right now, but I didn't really appreciate what they did before the game. They attacked the Real Madrid bus on the way to the stadium, and that is not cool. You know, I've seen worse, don't get me wrong, but Liverpool always try to disturb the opposition so they can win the game. It's not good. It doesn't really help anybody here. I've seen certain fans, you know, from other teams like put fireworks in front of the hotel so the player can't sleep and all that, but this is not what we need right now in football. So the game ended up 0-0 and kind of a boring game. Thibaut Courtois made some great saves, even though I don't want to admit it, and you know the reason, but Courtois was immense. Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, all the big guns tried to do whatever they could, but it didn't happen this time. Not this time. You will walk alone. Let's now talk about the game between Dortmund and Man City, and we're gonna focus the majority of the time on the young phenomenon Jude Bellingham. Hey Jude, the question is, where were you at 17? What were you doing at that age? Studying, heading your math teacher? You know what I mean? Sneaking around, drinking with friends, sleeping over, getting in trouble. But Jude Bellingham is killing it on the field right now. One of the brightest youngsters in the world of football at the moment. And remember, last season he was at Bellingham City. And man, I'm so happy with the progress, but I have to remind people that why he is in that level, because he's been given a chance to play from the young age. You know, he started playing at Bellingham maybe at the age of 15, 16, and since then he never stopped. That's how you develop a young player. You don't develop a young player playing him in the academy until the age of 20. You know what I mean? If you look at Leo Messi, Cesc Fabregas, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Haaland, all the big names that we know today, they started very young. Okay, you can even throw Rooney out there. They start always young, and it's gonna be somebody who would trust in them and gamble on them, give them a chance, and then they took it. And Jude Bellingham, he looks like very mature, but only 17 years old. He made the right decision for his career, in my opinion. I know he was linked with Chelsea Football Club and Man United, but at the time I made a video saying that this guy should snub Chelsea and United and go to Germany, because that is going to be good for his career. The worst thing that he could have done back then was to go and start playing with the kid again. You know what I mean? At United or Chelsea, you're not going to have the same opportunity in the first team the way you're going to do in smaller club or abroad. So moving to Dortmund was the smartest thing to do for a young man. I know it's not easy to leave your city and your parent, but the kid really looked very mature. Reminds me of Jadon Sancho, Jamal Musiala, Christian Pulisic, the kid who made a decision at young age to leave their cities, to leave their parents, go abroad and play football, and look what is happening. Jamal Musiala, also the young kid from the Chelsea Academy, just last season, he was a Chelsea Academy, struggling, never ever even made a debut or even trained with the first team, but today playing for the first team with Bayern Munich in Germany. But his friend, who had even more talent than him at Chelsea Academy, can't even get in the first team at Chelsea. You know what I mean? Anyways, Jude Bellingham's goal wasn't enough for Dortmund to qualify, and that brings me back to the first leg when he was denied a clear goal. For some reason, it was taken off, and that goal was probably going to qualify them to the next round. It didn't happen, and justice continues in football, even with the VAR. So it is what it is. Dortmund out. City are through the next round, and they are going to play against another giant, PSG. Wow, what a game of football that is going to be. Man, if I have to put my money on a team here, I'm gonna choose PSG, and you know the reasons. PSG, I want to meet them in the final. My local team, I love the underdogs. On paper, nobody is going to give any chance to PSG, but in reality, it could be very different. PSG are not a small team, and they've been struggling with a lot of injuries and bad results here and there, but I'm telling you, a semi-final of the Champions League is a different story. The same can be said for Chelsea against Real Madrid. Chelsea are clearly the underdog here, and I love the stories of underdogs. 2012, remember? So for me, I have a wish and I have a dream. I have a dream that my Chelsea are going to crush Real Madrid out and qualify for the final. Eden Hazard and Thibaut Courtois, the snake, is coming back to the bridge. If there were fans on the stadium, Courtois was going to have a hard time. But it is what it is. People are going to appreciate Eden Hazard back at the bridge. But we're not going to applaud him this time for 90 minutes. He will be our enemy. But for the rest of the day until the end of the world, Eden Hazard is going to be a Chelsea legend forever. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the games. Give your prediction for the semis and the final. Who is going to win it all? I think Chelsea Football Club are going to win it all, just like in 2012.